Because I've had both consoles now for a while. But a lot of stuff is under embargo, so I can't talk about it. But I've seen a bunch of Series X reviews come out today. I quite like the console. It's a shame there's not more to play on it. Because when I got it, I was like, okay, let's go. New console. I got that one first. And first of all, the actual look of it. Actually, you know what? I'll go get it. Hold on. Oh, sus. It says kinda sus. You can kinda see it. But yeah. Small flex. Here it is. Isn't that cool? Shoot. It's a lot smaller than I expected it to be. I know some people will probably think it's bigger, but I actually expected it to be bigger than this. And it's a lot smaller than I thought. It's heavy though. Like really heavy. It feels like it's about 6 kilos. Which is very heavy for a console, but it's just dense. Like all the stuff is in the bottom down here, and then it's just one giant fan in the top. And this thing is dead silent when you play anything on it. Like no matter what I'm playing, it gets quite hot at the top, but it's absolutely silent whenever I play. And I've been trying out like a bunch of older games again. I replayed Sekiro on it, and to try it out because Sekiro had an unlocked frame rate, and to try and see, and now it's basically 60 FPS almost the entire time. It's like a couple of slowdowns, I think, which is really cool. So I'm very thankful that they sent me one. I feel very fortunate. I do have one ordered as well. I did buy the PS5 and the Xbox Series X. But I didn't know they were going to send me them at the time. So I was like, I'll just keep my pre-orders as well. But it's cool. I like this effect on the top. It's not like lights, it's just colored paint. But it's mesmerizing to look at whenever you pass over the top of it. But the thing about it is that there's no new games. The fingerprints, that's because I'm a greasy bitch. There's no new games out for it. So it's just kind of, I've been playing a lot of older games on it, and the speed of it is nuts. Like I know all the talk is about SSDs and load times and everything. What's impressed me so far is not only does like everything boot up really quickly, but all of the games, like all the older games as well, it just works immediately. Like all of the older ones load faster, and a lot of games have like they run better now on it, which is just a case of throwing stronger hardware at games that needed it in the previous generation. But it's, I don't know, I really like it, even though there's no new games for it. And I know that's going to be a big turn off for people, and everyone will be like, well, this has this games and that has nothing. But honestly, I've just been using it as my all-in-one system now to watch like YouTube and Netflix on in the living room, and then playing like older games on it, which I've highly enjoyed. But what's astonishing to me is how quickly it switches between games. Not only does it like load up a game on its own quick, but if I just go to my menu and then go into another game, it immediately gets into that as well. And then going back and forth between them is super quick. But what my favorite feature of it so far is that now I've plugged it out. How many times have you plugged out your console, and then when you go to plug it back in, it just takes forever to turn back on? Or it's like, hey, you plugged it out and you shouldn't have done that because we were in rest mode or something. But this, if you just plug it back in, it's like, oh, here's everything that you had already. It boots up in like 5 seconds. Probably not, I didn't actually time it, but it boots up really quickly, and then all of the games that you were playing are already, like if I'm playing a game, I turn off the console, or even if I just plug it out and then put it back in and plug it all back in, the game is exactly where I left it, and it just starts up everything again. So you don't have to go through like a cold boot menu every single time, and that's blown me away so far, because like plugging it out and bringing it in here to show you, and then putting it back down and plugging it back in, I haven't lost anything. And that's what I think is a really cool feature of the SSD. Again, I'm not paid to like talk about this or anything. I'm not sponsored by Xbox for any of this stuff. I genuinely just really like it. Oh, hey, Dan. How's it going? I don't think I'm allowed to talk about the PS5 yet. I don't think any reviews for that are coming out yet. Their embargoes were pretty strict. When I got it, I was only allowed to show the box, and then a couple of days later, I was only allowed to show it, but off. I wasn't actually allowed to turn it on and show you. But I think reviews for the controller are out. I'm so worried that I talk about stuff that I'm not actually allowed to talk about. It kind of comes down to what everybody else has been talking about so far. I don't know what the Series S is like. I only have the Series X for now. I don't really need a Series S, but I've heard good things about that as well, and it's absolutely tiny. But I can guarantee you that I will have, yes, a Miles Morales playthrough, I think, on the day of launch. I think I'll be able to start uploading it. So I will have a full series on that when the embargo lifts. But again, I can't talk about anything. Boo-doo. But I am excited for it. I'm excited to, I think we'll stream Demon's Souls, the remake. I think that'll be really fun. I've only played Demon's Souls once on PS3. But yeah, you will be astonished by how big the PS5 is. Like, I knew it was going to be big. I saw all the stuff showing Xbox next to the PS5 and showing, like, the height difference between them. And then getting the Xbox, I was like, oh, it's smaller than I expected. But taking out the PlayStation, I was like, holy fuck, this thing is big. Like, it's pretty substantial. It takes up a huge amount of real estate. I think in person, I like the Series X more. I think it's just a more minimalistic design. I think it just kind of integrates into your system better. And let's face it, we're playing the consoles. We're not looking at them. My consoles are just going to be tucked away somewhere where I don't even really see them. So I don't need them to look great. But yeah, PlayStation's pretty damn big.